Session 3 of day 1. England are 2 for 173 or 46 over a rain-affected day. Nordia is back. He hasn't bowled too many overs, bowled 6 overs and 1 maiden, none for 16 earlier on. He bowled fast. They bowled fast this morning, but short, over pitching the ball a lot, and England got away to a pretty good start on a green wicket. The wicket looks like it's improved quite a bit now, and with Rory Burns in there on 58 not out, Joe Root on 20, you would think that England would like to settle in and score a lot of runs this session. There is no attacking field at the moment. We're at normal, so we don't need the white dice at all. And Norta into Burns for the first over. We have a short ball E. A short ball E is cut for 2 runs for Burns. So 2 runs for Burns. We have a bouncer -2 and an X. So let's give Burns the 2 runs from the previous ball to take him to 60. Nordia, another 2 runs, takes it to 175, and we got a bouncer -2 on an X chart. So bouncer -2 on an X chart is a sky that's caught at mid-wicket, and the 3rd wicket goes down just after lunch. Nice catch there by Maharaj. Rory Burns is done. $60 runs. Now, 124 deliveries. 60 from 124. Nordia gets a wicket. We have fall a wicket at 175, and that was Burns. Partnership was 27 runs. Rory Burns is done. That'll bring in Johnny Bairstow for the last ball of the over. We have a 7, which is a short ball 9E, and it's going to be a single to Johnny Bairstow to get off the mark, but not before Henrik Nokia could get the breakthrough. And a good start for South Africa after tea. 13, 14. Maharaj will bowl again. So that was 2 to Bairstow. Bairstow, 2. Okay. I need to circle that. Okay, we got a 9, turn -1, and we got an EF. A turn F for Bairstow is a defensive shot. We have an overpitch delivery 6, overpitch C, and that's 2 runs to Bairstow on the 2nd delivery. And we have a short ball X, and that'll be no runs. It's hit him on the pad, but not before Johnny Bairstow gets another couple of runs. Maharaj, 2 for 55. And it's 3 for 178. Okay, 17, 36. Okay, so we got a short delivery A for Joe Root, and he hits it for 4. Moves along to 24. It's his 2nd boundary. Okay, we got a 10, which is an overpitch delivery, and X. That's going to be an attempted drive, misses. No runs off that one. Last ball of the over. We have a movement off the pitch, C. and it's clipped to leg for 2 runs for Joe Root. So Joe Root moves along to 26 runs at the end of the over. 184 for 3 for England. Johnny Bairstow is now up. It'll be Maharaj. We have a turn -1, and it is a D, a turn on D. Here's a back defensive shot for no runs. And the dice go everywhere. We got a 9, which is a turn -1 and a 4. Johnny Bairstow is an X. Big trouble here for Bairstow. It's an out chart. Out chart against the spinner Maharaj is a 12. Skyer to mid off. So the fielder in close is Dean Elgar. Dean Elgar is a 3 fielder. He needs to be a 4, so that's a catch. You cannot drop that one. Elgar takes the catch, and Johnny Bairstow is done. South Africa starting to get a move on here. Johnny Bairstow out for 4. Third wicket for Maharaj. He's got 3 for 55 now. 184, 9-run partnership, and Bairstow goes. Bairstow, I think that was the first ball, 10. 4 off 10. I think it was the first ball. But if it's not, it doesn't matter. Ben Stokes comes in, England captain. He'll look to get in and then be quite positive, you'd think. Maharaj, though, is starting to spin a web. It's a turn delivery. 11 is a H. Turn and H. He's been beaten. Possible buys. And that'll be buys. What have we got? That's a 4. That's no quick fielding. Stops the run. Last ball of the over. We have a good length ball and an X. 1 to 2 would be an appeal. We have an appeal chart against the spinner Maharaj. It's a 33. Good length ball, and he tries to sweep Stokes, and he struck on the pad. The umpire's given him. He is done. Ben Stokes is out in the first over for a duck. LBW Maharaj. And Maharaj has got 4 wickets now. They lose 2 on 184, and the captain Stokes is done. What an over from Maharaj, 2 in the over. 4 for 55 now. Joe Root at the other end wondering what's going on. It's easier to bat now, folks. Ben Foakes at the wicket with Root. Nortier at the other end. 25, 27, 29. Nortier, 30. Okay, so Joe Root. And this one would be Foakes. All right, let's see if Henrik Nortier can continue this. They bowled terribly this morning, and now they're in really good position, South Africa. It's a short ball, and Joe Root climbs into that. He hooks that all the way to the boundary for 4. Not going to die wondering, Mr. Joe Root. $188. We've got a bounce, a -2, and an E. So that's FG. Bouncer G is ducked by Joe Root. Last of the over, we have an 8, which is a movement off the pitch. 5, that's a C, and that is a defensive shot. So that's the end of the over for Enric Nordia. Back to Maharaj, the man. What can he do here, Ben Folks? Got a well flights at -1 and an E becomes an F. And that is going to be, I need to switch these over because they're in the wrong place. It's going to be a defensive shot. We have a turn -1 and a 7. That's an F on turn. It's another defensive shot for folks. We got a 5, which is turn, and a 6. Turn C is a single to Ben Folks. He's off the mark. Good over from Maharaj. He'll retain the strike. Express pace and audio comes in. We have a bouncer -2 and an A. He's got his panel. He's hooked it for a single and he's got his panel, Ben Folks. He's batting well now. Second action of the over. Good length -2 and a 10, so that's F. -2 is a H. Badly timed shot to leg, no runs there. We have a movement off the pitch 7. Movement off the pitch B is cut for 2 for Joe Root to end the over. He moves to 32. England's score is 5 for 192. Maharaj on 4 wickets. Looks like he might be able to bowl for the rest of the day. Seamer at one end. It's a turn delivery C, and that'll be a single to Ben Folks. Pushed it into the covers. Maharaj would like to get Root out. It's a good length -1, and it's a C. Top ball. We have a short ball 7B and cut for 4 from Joe Root, another boundary. End of the over for Maharaj. We got a movement off the pitch 7 for Folks is an E, and it's a back defensive shot for no runs. We have a short delivery D, clipped off the pads for a single. For Ben Folks, he's got 4 singles, moves to 4 runs. Joe Root to face the last action of the over. We have a good length -1 and an X. So good length X -1 is an out chart. Out chart for Joe Root against the fast bowler, 55. Deep with wicket, waits just inside the boundary to take lofted pull. We need an outfielder, and our outfielder is Rabada. Rabada's a 1. He needs to be a 6 all up, so we need 5+. 6 it is, and Rabada takes the catch, and Joe Root is out. He is done. Nortia takes another wicket. 2 wickets for him. It is 198 for the loss of 6 wickets. Joe Root is done. Put a J in there. Out for 36. 2 more onto that, so from 58 deliveries. 4 was at 12. And then from being 3 for 175 or 2 for 175, they are now 6 for 198. 52. It's 4:52 in the afternoon here. We're into the bowlers now, and Ollie Robinson. Maharaj will be bowling to Folks. We got short ball F. Pushed into the offside for a single. $199. The new batsman here is Ollie Robinson. Maharaj is another short ball D. Clipped off the pads for a single. Ollie Robinson's off the mark. Ben Folks taking strike over pitched X. And he attempted drive, but it misses. And that's the end of the over. 2 balls. 16 and 2 for Robinson. Okay, 55. Enric is 18. Ollie Robinson facing, it's 4:55 in the afternoon on the first day here at Old Trafford. It's a short ball C, and he hits it off the back foot for 2 runs. Robinson moves to 3. The 200 is up for England. 200, it was already up anyway. It was up of 56 overs. We have a short ball E. Short ball E is a single to Robinson. Last ball of the over is Folks. Can he get the breakthrough? We got a short ball E, and that is a steer down to third man by Folks. He'll retain the strike for the next over. Maharaj will come back on. What do we have? 2, I think 6. So it's 5 o'clock. Obviously they're going to try and play a little bit of extra time. And I've forgotten to do the rain happenings again. Let's have a look. 8 didn't happen. 7 didn't happen. So there was no rain that we missed. Maharaj to Folks is turn -1. And we have an FG on the turn. Possible leg bias. And it's 4. So leg bias are quick fielding prevents the run. So it's a dot ball. Good length -1. And we got a B, so second dot ball of the over. And we've got a full toss. And we got a H. He's mistimed that one, but it's gone to mid-wicket and they'll scamper through for a single. Folks gets his 7th consecutive single, and Maharaj finishes the over with 1 off it. He has got 4 for 64, 205 for the loss of 6 wickets. They're going to go again with Nortia. He may have one more over here. Movement off the pitch, B. Turned off the pads for another single for Folks. He moves to 8. $206. Ollie Robinson. We have a bouncer -2, a 6 is an X. A bouncer -2 is caught at short leg because it's a Z. The short leg fielder is Dean Elgar, the captain. Takes it. He probably wouldn't be fielding it short leg, but he caught Elgar. Bold. Notch, yeah. That'll probably get him another over. What have we got? So that's probably 8. Think about 8 balls. We have a 206 to fall of wicket. 8 runs, and that was Robinson. And can the tail wag for England, or are they going to be bundled out in a hurry? Robinson is gone. In comes Mark Wood, the number 9. And Rick Nortke's got 3 wickets. Need to put that. We have an 11, which is a bouncer -2, and an A. He hasn't got a run yet, so he can't get his panel, so it's a bouncer C. Mark Wood has hooked it for 1. Last ball of the over. We've got a 6, is an over pitch ball D, and 2 runs to Ben Folks. He's finally got something other than a single. He moves to 10, but a great over again, and another wicket for Unrik Nortje. 8-10. It's 5-10. Maharaj bowling to Mark Wood, the new batsman. Mark Wood on 1. Turn -1, and we've got a H. H becomes an X, which is an appeal chart. So we get an appeal chart on the slow bowler. Is a 12. And he's bowled him. Mark Wood attempts to sweep, and he's cleaned him up. 5 wickets. For Maharaj. Mark Wood done for 1 run. It's 209 for the loss of 8 wickets. Maharaj with a bag of wickets here. 5 for 64. In comes the number 10, Jack Leach, who can hang around. But will he today? Turn -1 and a 7 is E. Turn E. It's back defensive. We got good length -1. 5 is an X. X -1 is an appeal chart for Maharaj. We got a 23. Big shout for LBW, but the umpire says it's not out. Disappointment from South Africa. Maharaj just about had his 6th wicket. That is a maiden for Maharaj, and a wicket maiden at that. And then on comes Unrik Nortje at the other end, who's got 3 wickets for himself. Can he disrupt the tail here? It's a short delivery. And it's pushed into the offside, and Ben Folks gets another single. He's been quite cautious here. He might have to decide to start to hit out because they haven't got much left. Jack Leach. It's a good length ball. E, that's a dot ball for 2. No stroke offered on that one. And we got an overpitched ball, F. Pushed into the covers for a single. Jack Leach is off the mark. 211. Jack Leach will retain the strike. 28, Leach 8, 20, Maharaj 28. Oh, I forgot to circle that. Okay, so we got an 8, which is a good length -1, and a 6 for Leach is an F. So that's back defensive stroke for no runs. We have a turn delivery and an F, and that is another back defensive. He's playing off the back foot here, Leach. We have a turn delivery E, and another defensive shot off the back foot, made an over for Maharaj. This will probably be the last over from Norte. He's been bowling in quite a long spell. That's a short ball, D, and that's clipped off the pads by Folks for another single. He moves to 12. England trying to survive here, but it's been incredible bowling this session by South Africa. That's overpitched, and it's a C. He swung that to mid-wicket for a couple of runs. Jack Leach is now batting well. He's got his paddle. Last ball. Overpitched. F. And a single to Jack Leach. He will be out there for the next over. He's moves to 4. That'll most likely be the end of the spell for Anrich Nordia. Great spell it was. Maharaj to Jack Leach. Got a short ball, 10. It's an F. He's pushed that into the offside for a single. $214 for the loss of 8 for England. Turn -1 and a C becomes a D for Folks. It's a defensive shot. And we got a good length -1 and an F, and that's another defensive shot. So the end of the over for Maharaj. Jack Leach will face the new bowler, and I will just go and get that bowler. So Rabada's bowling to Leach. He's got stamina of 38. We've got a good length delivery. 8 is a C. That's going to be a dot ball. We have a bouncer, D. He's moved inside the line through to the keeper. Dangerous delivery by Rabada. We got a short ball, D, and he's clipped it off his pads, Leach, for a single. He'll face the next over. Rabada, not too bad of an over, coming back in. Back to Maharaj. Let's see, that was Leach. 26, 36. Maharaj to Jack Leach. We have an overpitched delivery, D. 2 runs to Leach on the first ball. Overpitched 3s, D's another couple, so 2 and 2 for Leach against Maharaj. And we've got a short ball, D. 2, 2 and 1, he'll face the next over. So Leach moves to 11. Maharaj 5 for 70. And England 8 for 220. KG Rabada back out there looking to end this. They fought back well, South Africa. They don't want to let it go now. It's a short ball, E, and steered down to third man by Jack Leach. They swap sides. Over pitch delivery, X. Ben Folkes. He attempts the drive, but he misses it. No runs. Should have put that one away. Extras plus 6. Okay, so we got a 9 plus a 6 is a 15, which is a reaction run-out chart on the last ball of the over. Reaction run-out chart. That's all England need at the moment if they get a run-out. So they're in defensive. It's going to be ball padded away to silly mid off, and it's going to go to Bavuma. Bavuma has a 2. It's a 4, a 2 and a 4. Non-striker sent back. Quick return to wicket keeper who whips off the bails. Appeal against non-striker. Doesn't make sense, so we'll just return it to the bowler. But there's an appeal. So here's Jack Leach run out at the non-striker's end. And he's got him. He has run him out. Jack Leach is toast. Ben Folkes called for the run, sent him back. Leach is done. That's a run out, and that is awful for England, who have disintegrated. Leach out for 12. He faced 34 balls, and they're 9 down now for 221. It's a 12-run partnership. And that'll bring out the veteran James Anderson. Maharaj is licking his lips. Can he get... Can he get his 6th wicket here? 5:46 in the evening. A good length ball. It's a 7 for James Anderson. So 1 to 2 would be an out. Will be an appeal. It's a dot ball. We have a turn -1 and a 9, an F and a G would be wrapped on the pads with some possible leg buys. We have a 12 on the extras chart. And there's a misfield and it goes for 3 runs. So 3 leg buys. That gets Anderson off strike for the last ball of the over. A short ball, 6. And Folkes, off the back foot, he drives that for a couple of runs. Folkes moves to 14. Maharaj with the figures of 72, and he has 5 wickets. So that's Anderson. Face 4 balls. 49. KG Rabada. Stamina 26. Can they finish this up here? We have a short ball, 3. Anderson struck on the pads, no runs. Over pitch ball 10 is a H, and a forward defence from Anderson. We have an over pitch ball B, and it's driven wide of cover by Anderson for 3 runs. He's off the mark, and he'll retain the strike. Not the worst thing that could happen for South Africa. Maharaj thanks Rabada for giving up the 3 runs. Into the 70th over now. Maharaj. Well flighted. X. So it is well flighted -1X. So it's an appeal chart because he's down at a Z. We have a 14 appeal chart for a spinner. Any time now. And it's a big LBW appeal, but it's turned down. Second action of the over. Well flights at -1. It's an F. Defensive shot by Anderson. Last action of the over. We have an over pitch ball, and a 10 is a H. And a forward defensive shot. That's a maiden to Maharaj. 4th maiden of the innings for him. 71st over. And what have we got? We've got 57 as the time, so 5:57. And it looks like we've got Rabada at a 20 stamina. Bowling to Folkes. And Folkes is looking for runs now. It's short D. Clipped off the pads for 3 for Ben Folkes. .232. Anderson. We got a bouncer, F, and he's ducked that one. And we got an over pitch delivery, B, and he's driven that for 3, Anderson. And that's his panel. So Anderson's batting well, whatever that's worth. $235 for the loss of 9.